And hello, welcome back to the Interchange Cordon. This is episode 2. Glad to have you with us on this, what's today? Thursday afternoon. Big show in store for you today. We've got a big guest on the panel today, Isaac Warney. I'm sure some of your viewers have seen him in some videos and or heard stories about him. We're going to rip into him about some of his previous life actions. But boys, without further ado, I think we get straight into the round review. Grinners, let's kick it off with your two games.
Yeah, so with games on every day, we started the round on Saturday with Richmond taking on Port Adelaide at Adelaide Oval, and I reckon it was probably the game of the season.
Yeah.
Final scores 13-15, Port Adelaide 93 to Richmond 11-6, 72. But this game had it all. It had Big Peter Laddams kicking a banana for the first goal of the game. It had Mudby Chol go in sicko mode for 5 minutes and kicking a couple of snags. It had Marlon Pickett speckies. It had everything. It had Dusty punching someone. Absolutely fantastic. Richmond, even though they were completely undermanned, actually went into three-quarter time in front, but unfortunately Port way too good in the last quarter. Moving on to that night's game, Brisbane got over the Dogs pretty easily in the end. Notable thing from that game would be Karmachi's absolute hanger. And the next day, West Coast versus Carlton. Pretty decent game, West Coast too strong. I'll hand it over to Harry for Melbourne versus North and beyond.
Yeah, good call there, Grinners. Port and Richmond, mate. Probably up there, two best teams in the comp. Anyway, Melbourne versus North. Gee whiz. I ripped into North last week, and it's not looking better this week, is it?
It really is.
But it's great on the good side, it's great for Melbourne. They haven't won against great teams yet, but we'll see that this week with Collingwood. But they put in a good performance. Petrarca just leading from the front. A lot of up-and-coming players. We're starting to see Sam Weedman again get up and about. A few others to note, but
Quality footy.
Yeah, West Coast versus Carlton. St Kilda Geelong, which was on Monday night.
Unfortunately,
we'll let Plunkett talk about this one.
Yeah, it's just a quick one today. Saints coming off a 3.5 day break. Geelong coming off a 4.5 day break. It was just obvious that the Saints they were just never going to win that game. Coming out of the gates, it wasn't too bad until half time, but then after half time, Geelong just absolutely asserted dominance over the Saints, kicking away to what I was very frustrated 60-point deficit, which really gave the Saints percentage a hit for the worst. So hopefully we can turn around against the Dons this weekend. Next game was Freo and Hawthorn.
Well, what can you say about that? Let's just forget it. It was awful.
One really says it all. 48-32, and if we go into the
and that's all we need to talk about.
That's it. Freo got over the line. Both teams aren't going to make finals, so we'll move on. Adelaide, Collingwood.
I'll take us through this game. Gee whiz, Adelaide, you've blown enough chances this season. I don't know how many more chances you're going to get, but well played. But gee whiz, I was watching that game in the last quarter. Collingwood just way too good. Ran out of legs after three-quarter time. Kicked more goals in the last quarter than they did at the whole match, did Collingwood. So, yeah.
So the final game for the round was actually a draw with Gold Coast taking on Essendon. So we'll let the Essendon fan on the panel take you through that one, as he's sure you very close.
As much as I hate to say it, hate to say that we lost, but we didn't win. We'll take 2 points because it does take out of the equation the terrible percentage that we have this season. We'll always be above those teams that are on 5 wins and we're on 5.5, or 6 wins and we're on 6.5. So that's good. It was a great game to watch. All throughout there was ebbs and flows all through it. Saw stars. Rankin played well again. Ben King played well. Their midfield for both teams played very well. McGrath from Essendon. It's good for both teams. They both keep themselves in the hunt this season. And that's pretty much all we need to say.
Exciting times ahead for Gold Coast, being in amongst a lot of very exciting games this season. That's a good round of footy. We'll get straight into the host with the most. So, Grinners, talk us through your highlight for the week.
My highlight was in fact the And as a Richmond supporter, I was pretty invested, obviously. So you can imagine my delight when big Charlie Dixon misses 3 set shots from about 10 metres out, sprays them all to the right. I was pretty happy as a Tigers fan, but then to my dismay at the start of the third quarter, this guy just picks it up on the boundary line and on the wrong foot just curls it through. Absolutely stunning stuff, and I had to take my hat off to him. So Charlie can make the hard look easy and the easy look hard.
Harry?
Mine's going to be Shane McAdams. Mark, I believe it was in the last quarter, maybe the third.
It was in the last quarter. Early
Exactly.
stage of the last quarter.
Yeah, just the composure for a young player, take an absolute screamer. Then go back, he also slaughtered the goal.
Yeah, it was
and at the time, Adelaide were well and truly in it.
great mark until Collingwood kicked ahead. And my highlight for the week is pretty simple, but it's the Brisbane Colt figure with the dreads, big Matty Eagles. He didn't quite perform very well on the weekend, but he's the way the whole Brisbane city gets around him. Oh, I'll run you through his stat line for a second. Finished the game with 7 fantasy points. Had 3 hitouts, 1 tackle, and 1 kick. So if that's not a game and a half, I don't know what is, because he was clearly good enough to get a post-game interview with Luke Hodge. I feel bad for some of the blokes that didn't get a interview, because some blokes had an absolute blinder, and he got bloody Matty Eagles getting interviews with 1 touch. So you can't help but get around him. He's a bit of a larrikin around the town.
Well, for the next segment, I'll let the boys talk about this one. The Poor Form Tribunal. What's the act of poor form this week by the AFL community, Gooners?
Well, with the amount of footy being played at the moment, Channel 7 have had to unfortunately step their act up, and with the more quantity of the footy being played, the quality of the commentary has took an absolute nosedive. BT has been terrible. Bruce just starts talking about random stuff for 30 minutes while there's a game going on. Cameron Ling and Luke Darcy just start going on about this useless stat. It's absolutely ridiculous. I'm seriously considering just muting the Channel 7 games and putting it on SEN. What do you reckon, Plutter?
Yeah, and don't even get me started on these so-called special comments blokes. You got blokes by the name of Luke Darcy, Matthew Richardson. I like the bloke, but geez, he can't commentate. And the worst of all, Job Watson. Like you got the Brownlow taken off you for a reason. You don't know what you're doing on the TV front of things. So the Channel 7 commentary team really need to pull their heads in, because at the moment, Fox Footy they're just doing wonders over there. All the commentators you don't hear of, they're just doing great things.
Anyway, we'll move on.
Here we go.
Geez, this is my favourite time of the day. We're introducing Isaac Warne, aka Sauce, another one of our good friends. Matter of fact, another one of a D supporter. There's a lot around. And we've got some great stories to talk about with Sauce, and also a bit about his cricket and his footy.
And here he is. Look at the kid. That's not the hit.
Oh, no.
That's not a face you put down the street. I don't know what it is. Jeez Louise.
Sauce, mate. How's it going?
God. Oh, boy.
So we'll start off with a bit of a sports topic, and then we'll lead into some more stories. So first of all, cricket season, mate. Hanging Rock player, avid, the starter of the Hanging Rock Cricket Club, one of the originals.
One of the
Look through your stats this season. Hanging Rock obviously didn't have a great season. One win.
Let's get to it.
Better next season.
We're a growing team.
15 matches this season, more. 15 matches. 49 runs. 49 runs. A high score of 10. And a batting average of 6.
Let me stop you there. His high score.
Let me tell you, you are opening the batting half this season, mate. Opening the batting half this season.
Now, can I tell you one
You need
thing?
an excuse for this.
I don't see a bowling award in the background there, Harry. I see a bowling award up there. I see a bowling award.
Now,
Okay.
Panel, can I tell you one thing? Warney, actually, his high score of 10 runs, 1/5 of his season total, came in a game where the Healers were bowled out for a shy score of, what was it, Warney? Was it 21?
23, I reckon.
23.
Bowled out for 23.
Our hero, Isaac Warne, stayed in and made a whole 10 runs. He may as well raise the bat that day.
it was good team bonding, batted with everyone in the team. It was a good day.
A good day.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't.
On a brighter note,
Yeah,
5 wickets and your bowling average of 25 for Hanging Rock this season got yourself the bowling award.
I did.
Talk us
Somehow.
through your.
Really?
What are you bowling? How'd you get it done this season?
I'll be honest. I leave most of the work up to the ball. I merely work with it. It is above me.
It really is.
That's all I have to say.
And
It's just,
he's
the ball doesn't work for you.
you pick up
You
plenty
just have
of
to release it.
the boys get around you really a lot when you get some wickets. But I would also
Sure.
I'd also like to highlight Macca and I's field placements as that's on the back of most of your wickets for the year was caught on the boundary line rope. So if it wasn't for a matter of it would have been hit for 6. So don't let it get to your head too much, my friend.
Okay, we'll swiftly move on to a few stories about Warren. Now, he's a bit of a character. One of these stories is his love for hot stuff. Let's just put it that way. Yeah.
What can I say?
I want you to run us through the how you got your name as Sauce, the
Stop.
well-known event of the hot sauce incident.
Take us back.
Well, it all started City Week last year. We'd all put in some good effort that day during the City Week. We're all pretty tired. We thought, well, Tom's got this hot sauce. Why not give it a go? And who better to try it than yours truly? So I did.
Yeah. And quite a
Took
bit of
fair
it you
swig
did.
of it.
You had a good chunk.
Yeah,
of
it was. I did. It was.
And we'll pop a photo up on the screen right
Yeah,
now
we'll pop a
of the
photo up on the
state of
screen
him.
right now of just Warney in the midst of his hot sauce devouring. And it's quite a sight to behold. Warney, can you take us through the rest of it?
Well, after I'd had it, I was disoriented. I didn't know what to do next. I thought the tactic was the jumbo cup from Subway that was refillable, but it really wasn't. I should have gone for the smoothie. Has that milk consistency, but I did not play the cards right there. No, the agony continued.
But we had to honour your legacy because turned it out after you did it, all the boys chipped in and had a bit of a mare on the City Week.
And let's just say the teachers did not get
Much
around it.
appreciated. It was much
The
appreciated.
principal actually made an hour trip down to the city just to give us a spray. So you're done well, Sauce.
It was worth.
Okay.
It was worth his time.
Yeah, another thing you're fond of is throwing stuff. Now,
I've got quite the arm.
And it's
one
not
of the
biggest thing.
recent events was at school. I'd say just before lockdown. Now, lunchtime. Tell me what you do here.
Well, I was offered some AirPods.
Yeah, it all started when I gave Warney the slight. I offered him a bit of a wager. I said if he could hit a teacher from all the way over yonder in the basketball court, I knew he wouldn't hit it. So I put my AirPods on the line. I said if you hit it, yeah. Turns out he throws it and he hits the tree, so he doesn't get the AirPods. But then what do, Warney?
Well, this is allegedly. Allegedly, I pick up. Allegedly, I source a lemon, and I allegedly have a very measured piff at none other than a raging maths teacher.
Yeah, good. I didn't want to say his name in that one.
This is all alleged.
Yeah, wouldn't want to be this bloke's lawyer in the court. Can't keep up with his lies.
Speaking of lies, now we're going back to year 5 here.
Oh, no.
Here we go.
And even year 7. Here we go. Now, your last name's Warren, mate.
Yes.
So back in year 5, you consistently claimed that Shane Warne is your uncle. Can we confirm if this is true or not?
I can confirm there is a relation.
No, you
I
can't.
can confirm.
No, you can't.
I reckon
You lied about it. You rotten
And also,
scum.
in year 7, to act like he was part of the footy boys, he claimed that he was playing footy for a team that didn't exist.
The Wood End Heskett football team is a striving football club.
Not only didn't he play, but he made the team up himself. The team listened.
I have confirmation of the Wood Antescott Football Club on this very device.
He never backs down.
No, he doesn't. He's a fierce defender.
There's one lie. There's one lie that we cannot ignore, and it was in year 5. And I'm not sure. I didn't personally hear it. It's from a secondary source, but you claimed. This is hard to believe. You claimed that your uncle got eaten by a wombat.
I remember this.
No, deny this.
I mourn him to this day.
The old uncle taken by the wombat.
You said, oh, and if I didn't hear this correctly, you said that the wombat ate your uncle's stomach. Yeah, that is something else.
Okay.
That is a true
We
story.
want to hear a lot from you from this last one, Warren. Like, we're gonna give you a minute to talk about this one. Okay.
Yeah, we'll edit that. We'll edit
The
that
last
bit out.
thing we're gonna talk to you about, Warren, is the old classic saying. 2 sayings. Do you want a thing? And I vibe you. Now, you haven't all run with females in your day, your women.
Oh no.
At the moment, having a bit of a dry spell. What have you been doing to try to get the ladies lately? Just talk us through.
Well, I've taken most of my tips from the great man himself, Macca Shanahan, using the pickup line every time you've seen the movie Flubber.
Yes,
Now,
yeah.
I don't know about you, but that movie, it's quite a good one.
If you get
some talking.
movie, you're onto a winner.
Any
Pardon?
females on the cards over isolation, Warren? You've been using that Snapchat anywhere?
As I said, I'm keeping my options open, but I think my dog's a pretty big option. He's out there in the
We need to get you on the next one. I'm on my friend.
You know how they breed them down in Hanging Rock, boys?
As they say,
Next one,
you can't beat them, join them.
Join 'em.
Oh my god.
Anyway,
This is certainly deviated.
Nah, that's all right. Anyway, we have. If any girls want to talk to Isaac, we're happy to. If you drop a comment in the comments section, we're happy to
Drop a
drop
comment. We'll
Snapchat
link
in there.
Snapchat and put his phone
Yes,
number in the description. So,
Oh, look at that. I'm racking up
We'd love to
Snapchats.
put our hands together. We'd love to put our hands together for Warren. It's been a great guest tonight.
yeah,
Thanks
give
for
it
being
up
us.
for Warney. He's been a great guest. Gotta laugh at it.
Oh, geez.
Oh my god, that was what a roller coaster.
What a bloke! Like, gee, you want
Far out.
a versatile man. In the entire.
You will not.
We might leave it on a high note there. Great guest from Warney.
Yeah.
Once again, comment what you thought of the video. Just a new idea we're trying over isolation. We'd love to get off the Zoom format, but until isolation keeps going, we'll be staying on Zoom. So comment below what you thought. Give us a like. Give us a comment. Give us a subscribe. And that's all we can really say. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next episode. Catch ya.